1931.
I want to
Shitty
point
luck.
out that this movie cost $1.5 million
In 1931 dollars.
in 1931, and it was Charlie Chaplin's personal money.
Yeah.
He spent his own money on this, and
Wow.
I did the CPI conversion. That is over $30 million in today's money.
Yeah. Now, I told you guys last week that I had never seen a Chaplin. I've seen clips all my life, and so I feel like I know who he is, but I'd never watched a movie all the way through. So where does this fall in his career? Because it seems fairly simple compared to like, okay,
I am so glad you asked that, John. And I wish Jared was here right now to help me out because he went to film school as well.
Right.
Because when they make you watch a lot of Chaplin and Buster Keaton and a couple other people from the Silence era, and this oddly enough was not one of his better films, although it was very popular.
it was very popular, but not one of his better.
Yeah, one of his better films. The ones that have a more of a modern formulation, more of a concrete story, like the modern times or the Gold Rush,
is more like a parody
or the Kid,
of a Chaplin film.
Yeah, this was kind of like a romantic. Well, the thing is, in film school, was like Chaplin, the romanticist. You know, the guy was always hard on his sleeve, falling in love, doing things for orphans and girls and kids and blind girls like that. And
so was he kind of like high on his own supply at this point, and kind of just like, I'm doing Charlie Chaplin?
No, he had an idea for doing like this is his breakout from the silent era, doing a silent film in the sound era with a lot of audio cues in it.
Because this is sync sound.
Yeah.
This is sync sound.
A lot of it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like basically a silent movie. I mean, there's not even that many title cards.
Barely.
Title cards are like every 10 minutes.
But there's no actual dialogue.
It's more sound effects than
the thing
cards.
the hardest I laughed at this movie was that opening scene with the scene where they're christening the statue. And the guys, I laughed. I almost woke Sandy up laughing at that.
Well, I mean, I think that's tipping you off as a viewer. It's like, this is not a silent film because that is perfectly synchronized, but it's a kazoo instead of a guy's voice.
Yeah,
right.
Well, he was still popular even in the early 30s, you know, Chaplin, because he was hugely popular in the silent era. So he thought this is kind of an experiment of his. Let's see how
his next film, The Great Dictator?
No, that was Modern Times. Then it was Great Dictator.
Modern Times. That's the one with
that was a really good film too.
But those are
nipples.
But those are after this.
Those are after this. Yeah, those are in the late 30s. Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's Great Dictator, Modern Times, City Lights. That's like the big ones, right?
Yeah. Well, and what's the one?
The Kid and the Gold Rush too were good
Gold
too.
Rush and the Kid.
And there's one he did later on too.
Gold Rush are like, they're not
Timeline.
two-reelers. They're feature films.
Yeah. But you know, this wasn't bad. It was like it's a nice, tidy little story. You know, it's got a goofy drunk millionaire doing his thing. You know,
I was very impressed with was all this backlot?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Come on, that's all.
I don't know. I mean, like there's a couple of times I'm like, I can't tell if I'm looking at an actual.
Well, this is obviously a set.
I can't remember if this is Paramount or not. I think this is Paramount.
No, it's Chaplin Studios.
Chaplin Studios.
But
they turned into something else later on.
Cars in the street. Right. I'm like, that's pretty impressive for 1931.
I mean, that scene behind you is a giant set. There's a quay and there's water and there's stuff in the background. He built all that.
The reason this movie cost $1.5 million in that time is it cost him $100,000 to build the set. It cost him $15,000 to put the river in.
Wow. Huh.
I love that scene.
So when you say Chaplin Studios, do you mean the one in Niles?
No,
I'm not sure exactly.
I think it was in LA at the time, but early stuff. The 1915s, 1920, he shot in Niles, in the Bay Area. But I love this scene though behind Chris because his timing when he gets the rope around his neck and goes into the water, it's almost like it's pure cartoon. He's like whoop right into the water.
When Tad, we were watching the Police Story, and Tad's like, when this movie is Jackie Chan doing Jackie Chan stuff, when this movie is Charlie Chaplin doing Charlie Chaplin stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I thought
the fight sequences. Some of the fighters are pretty good.
I love the fight.
Boxing,
so funny.
The box. I think that's like the highlight of the movie for me. That's a long scene and it's really funny.
And they keep doing different bits.
Whole scene they keep doing different. Good.
Yeah, different bits. Yeah. In the ring, it's like how many gags can you do in a boxing ring, and he does them all.
Exactly, and he pulls them all. Man, that's crazy.
And it's great choreography. Even the referee there.
Yeah. Yeah.
as they're dancing around, and then
that stuff was all. I mean, like I was prepared for all of that. Like, oh, this is. I like you, John. I'd never seen a Charlie Chaplin movie. I will say that there were numerous times watching the female lead that I suddenly realized.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I was waiting for her to break into. I was waiting for her to break into "In Heaven Everything Is Fine," but I will tell you that.
God damn it, John.
This fucking scene.
Right. I know.
This scene snuck up on me
Yeah.
so hard and so fast. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is happening right now?
Oh, yeah.
Even his weird, creepy smile.
I know.
I'm like, fuck.
It worked.
Good.
No, this is the scene that sold the film. People, when you talk about retrospectives, they show this sequence.
Yeah.
I was not prepared because I'm like, I was watching this whole. You guys know how I feel about old timey movies, right? I'm an asshole, right? But I'm watching this movie pretty detached,
Right.
and then they get to the last 4 minutes, and suddenly I'm like, fuck, what the fuck is happening right now?
I love that.
It was earned.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And it knew exactly when to go to fade to black.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, in college, you kind of Chaplin was kind of going. It put him down because like, oh, he's so sentimental, and he's like, he's always about romance, and is always about that heart in his sleeve, kind of like tearjerker stuff. Back then, in the '90s, that was not the way to go, right? But it's just a different way of telling a story. Like I think he does it so well, especially in this one. And the other ones I was mentioning too, it's like he might be modeling, but he knows how to work modeling really well.
He was the Spielberg of his time.
Yeah, right.
That's actually not that's not dishonest. That's pretty good.
1931 modeling versus, I mean, I don't know, like I almost feel like it's a sliding scale. Like you go back, like how many movies we've watched a lot of 30s and 40s movies, and what we would consider maudlin now, I don't think was the case back then. Like everything was just kind of like that.
Well, think about Ruggles of Red Gap, which has some maudlin moments, but it's nothing like this.
But the same thing when they get to the end and like they're all for he's a jolly good fellow, like kind of touching. Fuck.
You're on board.
Well, audiences weren't ironically detached back then. They were sentimental. There was all it was on. I don't see it was earned.
I mean, I get that ironic detachment is sort of has been in vogue pretty much our whole lives.
It's poisoning everything.
And it has poisoned the well. But, I mean, Spielberg is hugely successful. People want to have these cathartic moments,
people want modeling.
Us.
And there's plenty of places to find modeling, like the Hallmark Channel. But they're always going to have artists who are going to push against that kind of thing.
Of E.T.,
Oh, my God, yeah. E.T.'s a tearjerker. It's great.
Yeah. Vicky was so pissed. She said, "God damn it, he made me cry."
That's kind of how I felt about this one.
Yeah,
I love it.
One of Chaplin's special guests for the premiere of this film was Albert Einstein.
Wow!
And
he came, right?
And he came, and he cried at the end.
Oh wow!
And Chaplin was surprised that how sentimental Einstein was. So it worked on everybody.
Actually, that's the term I was looking for. It wasn't modeling.
That's a great story.
The word I was looking for was sentimental. You're absolutely right. That's what it was. I was using the wrong term. You
guys, we were at the awards thing for one of the film festivals last night.
I saw the pictures.
I was sitting next to Caroline, and
okay, that's great.
And before they started the award, the very long reel of all the clips from all the films that were nominated at the festival, for some reason they played the ending of Casablanca, and it was just his speech about you got to get on that plane, and everybody. And Caroline's like, and I'm like, I know, I don't even need to watch the whole movie.
Yeah.
I just have to watch this script, this scene. So
I enjoyed this quite a lot. I was really surprised actually how much I enjoyed this. And what I'm realizing is I actually think I like 30s movies better than 40s movies.
Some way, just different kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, it was weird because this film was, like I said,
and this is pre-code too.
Yeah, it's real. This is him carrying the 30s into the 20s into the 30s. So this film, I think a lot of it was actually undercranked. It was actually like 18 frames a second to speed things up, like in a silent way.
Well,
because
there's a lot of over cranking and under cranking in this movie.
Because at this point they had sound film and everything was established 24 frame, right? So on purpose he's slowing it down to get that kind of like sped up look.
So in a way, it's kind of like The Artist. It's kind of a bit of an homage to what he's had been doing. He's
actually homaging himself. His silent, era, basically.
Yeah. This is like the second, because M was 31. So we watched Battleship Potemkin was 25, and M and this were 31. So these are the second and third oldest movies we've watched on this show, right?
And that one that Jim brought really early on to provide.
The great Gabbo.
Gabbo. Yeah.
Or 30, maybe.
Yeah. I have to bring up the theme that they repeatedly played for the blind girl.
Yeah.
In heaven, everything is fine.
No,
well, not quite, but close.
No, it was a very recognizable melody. It's called La Violetera, and I guess he got sued for using it by this composer, Jose Padilla, Spanish composer. But I recognized it because it's on this record I have by Dolores Ventura. It's this record from the 50s, I think, that she did a great arrangement of it. And if you've been to my house, you've heard it because I play it all the time out here in the backyard.
Okay.
Scott, I'm going to send you the clip because
I'm going
to send you the file of that piece of music.
Okay, we'll play a small piece.
It's a very recognizable melody. At least it was to me.
Sounds good. Well, Tad's been pretty quiet.
Tad hasn't gone yet. Here we go.
He's gone a bit.
I mean, this is a really important movie. Like, I've seen it before. I didn't like it as much this time. I guess I'm just kind of over silent films. Like, it's just, I don't think it's bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not what I'm looking for in a movie right now.
Yeah.
And Chaplin did better stuff.
That's where I'm at. Actually, I guess it's
I think I'm
an itchy passenger guy. I want to take the
weaker
wheel.
entry.
You should have done this movie, or you should have done that movie. That's where I'm at right now. That's
maybe The Great Dictator.
Yeah, The Great Dictator is actually a very good film,
especially if you like Esperanto. Yes, all the signage in that film is in Esperanto.
No, I'm just a big Jackie Oakey fan.
Oh, I see. That's good. Yeah.
I had nothing to compare this to, and like I said, I was just sort of a little blindsided by how effective
it may even be like a remake of one of his two reelers. It seemed very similar to me. I watched a whole bunch.
Well, think about the blind flower girl as a trope. Come on,
it's a trope. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was supposed to be. This was original. It was originally conceived to be a short film.
Oh.
And then he liked the story so much that he and his co-writer expanded it into a full-length film. I found this little piece of trivia, and I just wanted to mention it because, again, this movie is insane on the production side.
Right.
Like, he shot 314,256 feet of film for this. The completed film was 8,093 feet.
Okay.
So that's a shooting ratio of 38 feet.
38 to 1.
39
to
feet.
1.
Yeah, that's very insane.
Wow.
Yeah. And also you can see the set pieces. The part where
perfectionist.
It took 3 years to make. They had multiple extended production delays. Like, it was only 180 days.
Well, then back up for a second. If this took 3 years to make, it was released in 31. When was it started?
28.
28. If it's 28, it was before sound.
Yeah. No, it's right at sound.
Right at sound, but the 28, you had a choice of not doing sound.
I guess 29 technically.
Yeah, but nonetheless, he probably decided to just keep doing what he was doing before.
Because if
this is true, there's not a reaction to the sound era. This is actually him continuing his silent thing and adding sound.
I think he was just pissed.
Oh, I would be.
He also basically bankrolled this, like Tad said, and so he could do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
Did it make money?
When was a jazz singer, Jim?
27, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
27,
I think
28.
that
It
sounds
did
right.
make it did make money. Yeah.
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 It did.
Yeah. And also, the Jesse only had one sync sound reel. It was like silent all the way. There was one part, it was actually singing in.
Mhm.
But, this was probably pretty successful. You're right. And, it's set to, it kind of kept it going.
Competing with back then, what else was playing in 1931 when this movie was
A whole bunch
here?
of Jean Harlow.
Well, I think what the
pre-code
Frankenstein movies came out with
Yeah.
that year.
That's true.
And,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Dracula.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming out at that point. This was
Dracula, Frankenstein.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the one with Emil Jannings with all the stars in it?
Grand Hotel.
Grand Hotel. Yeah.
I think early version did come out then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. It was a pretty busy scene, that's for sure. But
hearing
according to Wikipedia, its box office was 4.25 million.
that's a good return of investment, man.
Made its money back plus a bit.
Adjusted dollars is how much?
Adjusted dollars for that would be about $120 million.
Wow,
That's
great.
a solid hit. It said,
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well,
hearing that it was padded out from a short, I can kind of get that because I mean they do like a switcheroo gag like at least 3 different times. In here, where it's like you think it's going to be one thing, and then he turns over and it's he's grabbed the bar of soap instead of the cheese for the sandwich.
And the rich guy pours the drink into his pants like 3 times, not just once. That's a little bit of padding there. And the whole boxing thing is one long improv in some ways. Like, will you calm down?
I doubt it would be considered improv though. I bet they worked on that.
You know what I mean?
It's
like
they're shooting that much film.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one of the kids in the movie gave an interview.
The newsboys.
Yeah.
Those little shits.
Gave an interview talking about how like Chaplin would play everyone's part during rehearsal.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so he was like jumping back and forth between doing the different parts and having all the actors watch him.
Wow.
So that they would get what his vision of the scene was for their acting in the film. He was apparently a really difficult person to work with.
Yeah.
It comes up over and over again. Is he was prone to fits of rage when people didn't do things the way he wanted. He would fire people at the drop of a hat. He in fact fired the original actor who played the millionaire. He fired the flower girl.
Wow.
Reshot the movie or a portion of the movie with a different actress, and then couldn't finish it because he was running out of money.
Right.
And then she came back for double her salary.
That sounds about right.
So, yeah, there's a lot of stories about Chaplin being difficult to work with. Especially around this time.
Just the shooting ratio alone makes you realize it's like he must have done a lot of takes.
Yeah, you sign on, you're in a voyage to the damned with this guy. He's going to keep down there forever.
I noticed there were a whole bunch of there was like a bunch of assistant directors. There were a bunch of
it was unusually loaded crew
and stuff. It was a pretty large crew.
So if I went through a couple
hundreds, he would do hundreds of takes sometimes.
So basically Kubrick.
Yeah, Kubrick again. Right.
By the way, Stanley Kubrick is one of his favorite movies.
No, I believe it. I
believe it.
Well, since we're not getting
Orson
Jared
Welles' favorite movie.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a lot. Wow. This was very, very, very influential.
It was. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
The thing is, I'm filtering it through a modern sensibility. Is like some of his later films were kind of bridge the gap between silence and sound films, and they're a little more accessible in some ways, and so that's why I prefer them over this one.
No, his early 2-reelers are really more modern than these.
Actually, one of my favorites is the Gold Rush, which is pure silent, but that's also spectacular. Yeah, it's where he eats a shoe and the adult
shot it up in Tahoe, right?
Yeah, in Tahoe. Yeah, it's like it's insane. But all right, well, I guess we can do thumbs at this point.
But I finally saw a Chaplin movie. So
there you go. Same here, Chris.
Check that.
Check that off the
Yeah,
list.
educate yourself. You see some Chaplin now. Okay.
What?